I've been making Let's Plays for a long time. I've been doing this since I was 15, and over the course of those years, I've done Gen 5 games 4 times. I've done Black, I've done White 2, and then the 2 ROM hacks, Blaze Black and Blaze Black 2, and after that, I kind of figured that I was about done with Gen 5 on YouTube just because I'd done so much of it and I wanted to play other games. But in the last few weeks, I've just come down with the strongest urge to just play Gen 5 again. Black was technically my first Pokemon game, although I kind of already knew a lot about how the series worked before then, so I don't think that really carries a lot of weight. And I was a teenager when I got into Pokemon, so the series isn't exactly the same to me as it is for a lot of people who, learned how to read by playing Red and Green on the Game Boy when they were, 4 years old. But I do want to see if I can try and recapture the feeling of looking down at a portable device in my hands and seeing a Pokemon game being played on it for the first time. So without further ado, Pokemon White. So about that. So I tried playing this game once before. I tried recording this Let's Play of this game once before, and it didn't go well. The commentary I didn't think was the best, but more so than that, it was, let's say, befallen by some technical difficulties. I suspect that this cartridge is starting to get a little old, and I don't know if the flash memory on it is starting to degrade and have a hard time being read by the 3DS. Or if the contacts between the cartridge and the device are just starting to corrode or something like that. So I'm going to have to go with a backup plan, and I'm going to have to I dumped the ROM, and I'm going to try and play the ROM off the SD card. And this should work. This shouldn't prevent me from being able to do anything that I was originally intending to do with this, but alas, so it goes. Alright, hello all the crazy people out there. My name is Dragonite, welcome to Pokemon White. So, let's get this started. This should be a fresh copy of the game. I was playing it on it earlier, but I remembered to delete my save file before I started recording, because that's something that I apparently don't always remember to do. So we can go hit new game. I am going to get straight into this. Hi there! Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Juniper. Everyone calls me the Pokemon Professor. You and about 7 or 8 or probably more than that by now other people. That's right, this world is widely inhabited by mysterious creatures called Pokemon. Pokemon have mysterious powers. They come in many shapes and live in many different places. We humans live happily with Pokemon. Living together and working together, we complement each other. We help each other out to accomplish difficult tasks. Having Pokemon battle one another is particularly popular, and it deepens the bonds between people and Pokemon, and that is why I research Pokemon. Well, that's enough for me. Could you tell me about yourself? So, in recent history, I've basically been selecting a character at random for my character select, but I think because we are apparently trying to make the theme of this Let's Play like nostalgia tripping hard or something, I'm gonna go with a boy. My name is... And I believe Gen 5 was the first set of Pokemon games to introduce the QWERTY keyboard for text input, which I appreciate. Yes, that is my name. What a wonderful name. Well then, I'm going to introduce you to your 2 best friends. This young man is Sharon. He can be a little difficult, but he's a very honest person. This young woman is Bianca. She's a little flighty, but she works very hard. I think you three have potential, so I'm going to give you a very, very important Pokemon. Drago! The moment you choose the Pokemon that will accompany you on your journey, your story will truly begin. During your journey, you will meet many Pokemon and many different personalities and points of view, and people with different personalities and points of view. Lots of P's in that sentence. I really hope you find what is important to you in all these travels. That's right! You befriend new people and Pokemon and grow as a person. That is the most important goal for your journey. Let's go visit the world of Pokemon. Drago, I heard from Professor Juniper we can have a Pokemon? What's keeping Bianca? Am I a little late again? Sorry. Bianca, I've known for 10 years that you have no sense of time, but seriously, today's the day we get a Pokemon from Professor Juniper. I know, sorry Drago, sorry Charon. So, where are the Pokemon? They were delivered to Drago's house, so Drago gets first pick. Naturally. Pokemon are waiting for us inside that gift box. Okay, Drago, you go first and take a peek at the gift box. I want to meet the Pokemon right now. So, right off the bat, one of the other things I'm going to try and do in this game is just appreciate, I think, even back in, 2011, when this game first came out, when these games first came out, these games did not go down well. When they were new. They were just too different. People were weirded out by the art style. People were, to put it charitably, weirded out by the fact that it was effectively a soft reboot of the series, and I guess we could call it a prelude to what would later become Dexit. And you could only use Unova Pokemon for the main story without trading. But I think one of the things that was really praised generally about these games was the story and characterization. And I'm going to make an effort to go out of my way to point out just bits of story and character writing that I really think deserves praise even today. And one of those things is just your first introduction to these two lunkheads. You know what they're all about before you're 5 minutes into the story. You see Charon's idle pose of him just tapping his foot impatiently. You see Bianca charging up the stairs and saying, sorry for being late. And that really sets the tone for what's going to be the next 35 hours of gameplay with these two. And there are definitely other characters in this game who I will be singing similar praises about with regards to how they're characterized. But without further ado, let's open the gift box. Oh, that texture resolution. I brought 3 Pokemon, 1 for you and each of your friends. Please settle your choices politely. Enjoy your Pokemon. Yes, we'll see how politely goes in about 2 minutes. Shall we? So, I'm going to choose a Pokemon. I'm going to do something similar to what I did in Pokemon Heart Gold a number of years ago, and I'm going to actually not use my starter in this game. So I'm just going to pick, I guess, Oshawott just for no real reason. And the first chance I get, I will be picking up who I consider to be my actual starter. So Bianca's going to take someone, and Sharon's going to take someone else. I guess if I was being strategic about this, I would look at the team that I have planned and try to have Charon pick the Pokemon who I am going to be better matched against for the rest of this game. Just because I have planned out the rest of my team. I did do one of those little team building exercises, but whatever. I should be able to get through this without any issue. Honestly, Bianca, even though they're still weak Pokemon, you shouldn't have Pokemon battles inside a house. Don't be a worrywart. These little ones are weak, like you said. We have to let them battle so they'll get stronger. It's settled, Drago. Get ready for a Pokemon battle. I mean, personally, I don't see what would be so hard about taking 2 seconds to just go outside and do this, but whatever you say, Bianca. Alright. So we're going to be challenged by Pokemon Trainer Bianca. Pokemon Trainer Bianca is going to send out Tepig. And Tepig is going to be, of course, the Fire starter. And Oshawott's going to be the Water starter. Type matchups are not exactly going to matter here, because I'm going to, all I have to do is tackle. And you're going to land a critical hit. Okay, we're off to a great start. I'm going to use tackle again. I won't let you get away with that. Alright, we've got a speed tie going here, I see. Tepig went first the first time, I went first the second time. You're gonna lower my defense, hopefully. That won't matter. Actually, alright, so if you attack me first this turn, I would lose. My defense is at -2. Unless I get, like, a lucky damage roll. Oh, wow, alright, hanging on with 2 HP, I'll take it. Tepig's going down, and we have succeeded in not losing our inaugural fight. Almost got a level. So the Pokemon on both sides did their best, indeed. So you're gonna give me money, and, yeah, about settling your differences politely. Nice try, Professor. Jagger, you're gonna be an awesome trainer someday, I can tell. No doubt. Bianca, would you take a look around? Whoa, what happened? Looks like a tornado hit. Pokemon are amazing, so little but so strong. I'm so glad I get to have a Pokemon. Oh, sorry about your room, Drago. You are completely hopeless. Here, I'll restore your Pokemon for you, so that's nice of him. He's also going to restore mine, and if you've somehow made it this far without knowing how the beginning of the Pokemon Black and White games go, we're about to fight Sharon. So we'll see if we can do this without turning it into a disaster area. Although I have to say, Sharon has the advantage on that because this room is already so messed up that if he was to make a mess, I don't know if anyone would even notice. Anyway, he's gonna say it's no fair that you get to have all the fun, so we are, what's the expression these days? Throw hands, bash some heads together? I don't think that's quite it. I think bash some heads together is like when you're implying that you're gonna go bash other people's heads together, not your head against someone else's head. I'm working on that, alright? So Sharon is gonna send out Snivy. Snivy has the type advantage against Oshawott. Once again, that does not actually matter, because neither of us have any elemental moves that we can use. Snivy, I believe, is going to be a little bit faster than Oshawott and Tippix, so I'm going to expect you to, like, not speed tie with me, and I'm going to expect you to actually go first all the time. Although, this early in the game, the stats are so low, there's not a lot of variation. That might not necessarily be true. Anyway, this is going a little bit better than the fight against Tepig did. If I can just get 2 more tackles in without you killing me, I think we will have ourselves a winner. And barring a critical hit... Good. Snivy has been defeated. Good game, Sharon. So Oshawott's going to gain 43 experience points. We're going to grow to level 6. That is fantastic. We have defeated Pokemon Trainer Sharon. So that's a Pokemon battle. And we're going to get money for winning. I made a strange blunder in my first battle, but this feeling I have... Finally a trainer. But first, we better go apologize to your mom about the messed up room. Oh, I better come too. Yeah, you guys. Alright, so the first order of business, I think, is going to be to go into the pause menu, go into options, and set text speed to fast. Battle scene, whether or not to show move animations, that can stay on. Battle style, I think I'm actually going to play a little challenge on myself and put this on set. And that's going to disallow me from getting a free switch whenever I KO an opponent. In terms of setting your own difficulty level in Pokemon games, that's really kind of an underrated way to do it. I think you can basically put battles on competitive rules, and you can make, like, guaranteeing a free switch every time you KO an opponent really does make a lot of things more easy than people realize, I think. And it's definitely a nice option to have if you want to challenge, which I think I'll be doing in this game. So let's go down the stairs. Yeah, very sorry about all the trouble. Unfortunately, we have to go, so we can't stick around to clean it up. Yeah, unrealistic. Mom saying she cleaned my room. Actually, what am I talking about? I wouldn't, like... I don't know, I was one of those kids who didn't want Mom to clean my room because then she'd put things in places where I didn't know where they were and I'd never be able to find them. Alright, Mom, don't make a mess of things. So, you're gonna go in front of the Pokemon Research Lab. Bianca's gotta go home first. And, they're gonna scoot off. And this is where the shoe is gonna really drop, right? About making the mess in my room. Look, I'm sorry, please don't banish me to the Shadow Realm or whatever. Yeah, they're very lively. Yeah, that's the word I'd use. Okay. Sure reminded me of my first Pokemon battle. Oh, and you know, after a battle, you need to rest your Pokemon up. Thanks, Mom. So, if you're gonna go out, don't forget your cross transceiver. I did not realize this until very recently, but one of the many debates among Pokemon fans on the internet, because those people just cannot argue enough, it seems, is exactly how you pronounce this word. I've heard so many different pronunciations of this. The most popular seems to be Extransceiver, Extransceiver. And the game, without me and apparently a lot of other people ever realizing it, gave us a little pronunciation hint by spelling it out cross-transceiver. So that's the way that I pronounce moves like cross-scissor, or at least I try to. Cross-potions, or cross-items, or whatever. Cross-attack. Do I? I don't really call the battle items that, but anyway. I just thought that was an interesting bit of foresight on the part of the English localization team to include that little bit. I don't know what it says in Japanese, nor do I know how that item is pronounced in Japanese. I don't know what name they gave it. Anyway. Oh, the Pidove are scattering as I walk away. By the way, in case there was any doubt, the DS era Pokemon games had a large aesthetic influence on Wizarducks, which I don't know, like, it's often said that your favorite styles of games or music or TV or whatever is just whatever happened to be popular in your formative years and your teenage years and whatever, and that's honestly probably true, but I could look at this, like, early 3D, like 3D with billboarded sprites, or they're not billboarded, but they're propped up sprites just all day. The Pokemon aesthetic, Paper Mario, Octopath, those sorts of aesthetics. So good. Anyway, I'm a Pokemon trainer who got a Pokemon and everything. I can totally go on an adventure. It's okay. It's fine. Been waiting for you in front of the lab, okay? So again, with some notes on characterization and personalization, you know exactly what's going on here with this family dynamic, just within a few seconds of walking in the door. What nonsense is this? How could my daughter, who knows nothing about the world, be going on a journey with Pokemon? Alright, Mom, what do you have to say? Don't mind my husband. He's just being overprotective. All children go on adventures with Pokemon. It's part of growing up. Yeah, I remember doing that, except for me, instead of going on an adventure with, like, magical little monsters that fit in balls or whatever, it was, driving 200 miles to MagFest for the first time when I was 18. Not that there was, like, a huge commotion about it in my family, whether that was a good idea for me to do that when I was 18 and had never driven farther than, like, 10 miles at once, but it was, I'm sure, a similar feeling for the parents. Anyway, to be young and stupid again. So we can actually go in the professor's house this time, or the professor's lab or whatever. I guess you're just, like, sleeps under the desk or something, because I don't think there's a bed in here. Actually, is there one around the corner? There might be. Anyway, I've been waiting for you young people. My grandma likes to say that. Let me introduce myself again. My name is Professor Juniper. We know your name. Come, Charon. This is not a time to take things lightly. Today is a day to remember always, so it's best to behave with some formality. That being so, once again, my name is Professor Juniper, and I am researching when and how these creatures called Pokemon came into existence. Oh, that's unusual. You've already had a Pokemon battle, so maybe that's why. Feels as though your Pokemon have already begun to trust you. By the way, would you mind giving your Pokemon a nickname? Would you like to give your Pokemon a nickname? I would not, because as I said before, I am not actually going to use Oshawott, and not going to spend time trying to think of a nickname here. Pokedex. Yes, Charon, you're such a know-it-all. I am astonished. Nice work, Charon. You have already studied Pokemon extensively, haven't you? Still, let me begin explaining everything from the beginning for everyone's sake. The Pokédex is a high-tech device that automatically records the Pokemon you encounter. So I want you three to visit many places and meet all the Pokemon in the Unova region. This is my request. Drago, Charon, Bianca, you'll go on an adventure to complete the Pokédex, will you not? Not that we have much choice. Alright, I mean, yes, Professor. Just picture her in my head doing a little salute there. Thank you very much. Because of you, I can become a Pokemon trainer, exactly as I've always wished. All of you, thanks. You have given me the best possible answer. So that is going to be our little Pokedex. Looks like a, It actually, of all things, reminds me of the JVC flip camcorder that I used way back in the day to do my Let's Plays in Camcorder Vision. I do not still have it, otherwise I would show a picture of it, but it's the same shape. It's basically like a big iPod Touch. except it was geared towards taking video, not playing music. Anyway, I need to teach you how to meet Pokemon. Please meet me at Route 1, alright? So that's going to be the catching tutorial, and I think this is where I'm going to start just mashing the A button without reading every single line of text in the game, because there's a lot of text in this game. Since the professor asked us, it's okay to go on an adventure, right? I can explore and maybe find out what I want to do in life. I think I'd like that. Of course, we can travel however we want while we complete the Pokédex. Alright. Yeah, I think the professor overrules whatever Dad had to say. And there is actually no bed in here. There is a kitchen. And an empty trash can, but yeah, I guess the professor does like sleep under the desk or something. Or maybe she sleeps like in the Pokemon healing machine. That makes sense, right? You'd think it would be a good place to take a nap. Alright, whatever, let's get out of here. Mom, what do you want? The professor said I could go. Wait, is that my mom or Bianca's mom? Oh, that is my mom. Okay, and what did the professor have to say? She asked you to complete the Pokédex. I still can't believe it. Well, actually, I can. I already knew she was going to ask. Because she tells my mom things that she doesn't tell me. That's why I brought you 3 of these town maps. Take them with you. Alright, so that is going to be our map, so we know where we are in the world. How wonderful. And Charon's going to get one. He's going to take good care of it. Bianca, try not to drop it in the mud. As for your room, Drago, or what's left of it, that sounds like a threat. No need for any of you to worry. I'll take care of tidying it up. Just gonna throw everything in the garbage, isn't she? I'm gonna come back in the post-game and there's just gonna be nothing left. Ah, Pokemon, they are so cute, but they have enough power to destroy a bedroom. They really are something. With Pokemon like that at your side, you'll be safe wherever you go. I'll let your parents know. I hope that, in addition to Pokemon, you'll find lots of places that you like in the Unova region and become wonderful adults. Have a great trip. So, this game is leaning a little bit harder into the coming-of-age themes than I think a lot of the other Pokemon games do. A lot of the other Pokemon games, at least up to this point, were more like, you're just gonna get, like, kicked out the door by your mom and say, yep, you're a trainer now, have fun. And this one's putting a little bit more emphasis on the coming-of-age things. Anyway, it's this way. Bianca says if we're starting a journey together, she wants us all to take our first step at the same time. So, aside from the fact that it pushes the limits of suspension of disbelief just a little bit, that you, 15 in this game, I think the canonical age is, and you've never been outside of town, it is actually kind of cute to have all 3 of you taking your first step onto Route 1 at the same time. Like, it's corny as hell, but it's also kind of cute. I wonder what'll happen, isn't this so exciting? Sure is, come on, the professor, help. Come on, the professor's waiting. Professor Juniper? Alright. Yeah, so this is where the catching tutorial begins. I'm gonna button mash my way through that, I think, and I'm going to make it to the next 10 and then end the video. So, Professor Juniper's gonna come up against the Patrat, and... Oh, you know, I still do need to acquire my starter. I should probably do that before the end of the video, too. This might go a little bit long, but hopefully this will just be a few more minutes. So, not listening to a word that she says. Yeah, Pokeballs lowering HP, inflicting status or sleep or whatever. I don't think this game has any other multipliers possible for... Oh, there is critical captures, but that's only available once you, like, complete a large number of the Pokedex. I think later games have a... Well, also, obviously, different Pokeballs have different catch rates, but I think later games have different bonuses that you can apply to catching. I think there might be a few Pass Powers, or O-Powers, or whatever they were in Gen 6. Were those in Gen 5, too? Now I'm confused. Alright, whatever. I'm just looking for something to talk about while she's busy flapping her gums. Yeah, we know how to catch Pokeballs. We know how to catch Pokemon. Catching Pokeballs isn't that hard. You just have to make sure to move your hands into place where the ball is going to be in 2 seconds and close your fingers when it lands. Alright, anyway, Drago Charon, I thought of something fun. We need to get going. I'd imagine the professor's waiting, too. Would you just listen to Sex seriously? Why don't we I'm getting too excited. I'm talking too fast, and reading is a lot harder when I do that. Why don't we see who can catch the most Pokemon? The person carrying the most Pokemon, including the one received from Professor Juniper, is the winner. Huh. Actually, that sounds interesting. I'll fill up the Pokedex pages. It will fill up Pokedex pages, so I'm sure it will please the professor, too. So many P's in the sentence. Okay then, until we reach Accumula Town, take care of healing your Pokemon at your mom's house. Me and Tepig will do our best for sure. Alright, you two can have fun with that. I'm gonna go... Oh, I can't run yet, can I? But I am gonna go walk into the tall grass. And I'm not looking for a Patrat. Alright! I didn't think this had too low of an encounter rate on this route, but ran into a bunch of Patrat before I found this one. Anyway, so this is Oshawa. Alright, so you came back and you're level 3. So this is going to be the Pokemon that I am going to use as my surrogate starter in this game. Lillipup. Pure normal type, stays a normal type as it evolves, and it learns some interesting moves. Not the best moves, it's not the best Pokemon, it's not going to be the top of the OU tier or anything like that, but I like it. Does some useful things. And I'm going to try and use this one as my starter. So I think Pokeball should have no trouble catching you in the red. Lillipup's catch rate is quite high as an early game encounter. 1, 2, and 3. Lillipup has been caught. And say hello to my real starter. Alright. I'm going to want you to be leveled up a little bit before I get to the next city, because there is going to be some things happening in which I don't want to get just killed in. So I'm going to have to think of a name for Lillipup. So I do have a theme for nicknames that I'm going to go with in this game. I also have like a collection of names that I'm thinking of using for my team members in this game, and it's really just a matter of deciding which ones I want to assign to which Pokemon. Long ago when I did White 2, way back in, what, 2013, I named my team members after various friends from high school, and I think I'm no longer in high school, but I'm going to name my team members after various friends. Generally speaking, I'm going to try and keep people's, like the Pokemon genders and the genders of my friends are consistent with each other. But in this case, Lillipup happens to be female, and I think that's just as well for Gummy, because he knows that I don't take anything that he says or does very seriously. Hey. Let's see. I'm going to heal at Mom's house, and I'm also going to just did I put Lillipup out front? Did I put Gummy out front? I did. All right. Gonna start training her up a little bit. And hopefully by the time I get to the next town, I'll be maybe level 5 or so. Lillipup, Herdier, and Stoutland happen to be in the fast experience group. Why do I feel like there's an NPC in this grass somewhere who will give you a potion for free? Alright, took down a level 4 Lillipup all on your own. 51 experience points, that should be good for at least a whole level. Probably a level and a half. Good job, Gummy, you're growing up so fast. I do need a heal after that, though. Anyway, I want to say there's an NPC on this route somewhere who will give you a free potion or something. Is it you? It is you. Okay, so that's a free potion. Not gonna say no to that. Yes, that's how HP and that's how fainting works. Let's see. Moving on towards the next city. I actually didn't get into any random encounters. And that may be good for another level, but I have a feeling I'm gonna have to go heal again. Alright, level 5. I'd like level 6. I'd like to get to level 6. I'll just heal manually. But I also want to hurry up. Alright, here's that one potion. Thank you for that one potion, random NPC. We're gonna be, Alright, I'll try and get one more level. Also, I've run into, like... now that I finally caught my Lillipup, I'm running into them all over the place. What is this? You know what? I'm like 2 experience points away from a level. I think that's good enough for me. So, I'm gonna end this off here. My name is Dragonite. This has been... no thanks. What? I have to? This has been Pokemon White. Next time, we're gonna step forward into Accumula Town. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you all later.